Welcome everybody to W Sims The Zone on Fox. Manny Melito, Jerry Mercado, and we're here at the Lamp once again. An exciting football game we just witnessed here. Unbelievable. But first, we need to start things off with Thursday night, Jerry.
That's right. Southridge taking on Hermiston. Let's have a look.
Southridge Suns taking on the Hermiston Bulldogs at Lamson Stadium last Thursday. Wow, look at that. Plunge in for the Hermiston Bulldogs, and it was a lot of miscues and mistakes for the Southridge Suns. They lost a fumble there, but Caden Diaz would get his 6th rushing touchdown of the year. Diaz, pretty good night, 18 rushes, 73 yards, but the story would be the offense capitalizing for Hermiston. Here's a touchdown pass, a strike there. Southridge trying to get it going on their own, but this would be a pick. And the kind that hurt the most, a pick 6 all the way into the end zone. Ramon Contreras from Hermiston. The Bulldogs absolutely rolling. A shocker here at Lamson on a Thursday night. Hermiston again, this time on the ground. This would be a long run here. Hermiston not quite into the end zone. Uh-oh. That's never good there. That's going to be on the carpet. Picked up and scooped in for the score. Hermiston, big winners over the Southridge Suns, 42-13. Hanford Falcons would travel over to Tacoma, Washington, take on the Life Christian football team over there at Curtis High School. Early score there into the end zone. That was Matt Jones with a 10-yard touchdown pass there. Some defense for the Falcons. One of the better defensive teams in the league, the Falcons were. This is going to be Jalen Devine, one of the top rushers in the Mid-Columbia in there. 6-yard touchdown run. Forsyth. He's just going to take this one himself on the bootleg. Forsyth with a nice rushing game for the Falcons. Well, it wasn't just with the offense, the traditional offense. Also, the punt returns. This is Jake Oram. He's going to take this one 66 yards all the way in for the score. Nice road victory for the Falcons. This swing pass right here. That's Jake Oram again. Hey, coach's son doing it up big here tonight over in Tacoma. The Falcons, big winners, 41-7 over Life Christian.
So Hermiston, them Oregon boys.
Yeah.
With the spanking on here at the Lamp. Wow, on a Thursday nighter. Man, that Hermiston team is tough, Manny.
Yeah, 2 Bulldog teams going this week. We'll find out later in the show how the Pasco Bulldogs did, along with the Chiawana River Hawks and the Kamaikan Braves. The game that we just watched, the scoreboard shut off right now, but more to come here on W Sims The Zone on Fox. Welcome back to W Sims The Zone on Fox. Manny, Jerry, big Friday Night Lights
I got
action.
something I got to say.
What's that?
Everybody wonders, why I've had, a little bit of trouble picking these games, predict these games anymore. I mean, everybody's beating everybody here. Nobody would have expected Chiawana to come in this game and do what they did. My goodness.
I wasn't going to bring it up because I know how much it weighs on you, but hey, we're going to take a look at this game in the first half right away. Chiawana comes out and punches Kamaikan right in the mouth.
Oh, boy, did they. A brilliantly orchestrated drive. They had 3 of them. This first one, though, is just a nice pass by Zamora straight into the hands of his receiver, Dorton. He takes it all the way in for a score. Chiawana's in business.
Orchestrated. Add another one to Jerry's book of words there. Hey, a great first half by these guys, but then come the Kamaikan Braves all the way back. 21 unanswered, just like the previous week. We're thinking, here comes another Kamaikan Richland game.
Yeah, definitely. Chiawana up 21-0, like you said. Zamora able to put in a couple more touchdowns, and then Kamaikan comes storming back. Kyle Robertson with the touchdown of his own, and then they had he ran in for one, and then all of a sudden, some pressure from Dylan Keach, and Mr. Johnny on the spot, Johnny Jansen with a pick 6. Ties it up, and we're thinking, this game might be over.
Unbelievable. He's got to be leading the league in defensive touchdowns right now.
Yeah,
insane. Johnny Jansen, we've been calling his name out, I think, almost every weekend for one of these, and he comes up huge. So 21 all, time being wasted by both teams. Chiawana gets the ball back, last few seconds, and they get the ball to the middle of the field. We know what's going to happen.
Yep.
And then, kick is up. It's good. No, we're iced.
Yeah, we saw TJ Avery make a couple of clutch catches, which got him close. And then that first field goal that they kicked, everybody thought it was good. Everybody thought the game was over. But, hey, Coach Biglin from Kamaikan had called a timeout. Usually you see this in the pros.
2 of them back-to-back. So, kicker, Logan Ellsworth, just a sophomore. Big spot for a sophomore to come up on. What does he do the second time? Even better than the first, right down the middle. And that's the game winner.
That's a game winner and a huge win for Chiawana. They have now, been able to pull off a few straight victories here. Give Kamaikan their first loss since October in 2009 to a conference opponent. How huge is that?
Absolutely huge. Hey, let's find out how big it is by talking to some of these players. You had a chance to speak to them.
Here with the hero of tonight's game, Logan Ellsworth of Chiawana. Logan is only a sophomore, and Logan, what a big moment in your life. Tell me about that first kick.
The first kick, before when our drive first started, my coach came and told me that I needed to warm my leg up and that it was going to be on me. And so by then I was pretty nervous, but the whole team said I could do it. And the first kick, I actually kicked the ground a little bit. When I heard the timeout, I was kind of happy a little bit. I was glad to get a second chance, and then the second timeout that they took, that just made me mad and wanted me to put it in there even more. And so I was glad to put it in.
Come in here, nobody expected Chiawana to win this game. Just talk about how you were able to do it.
Well, I got to give it up to my line for helping me get all those big runs. We played as a team. What we wanted was to come out here and fight and show everybody that we're not just a bad team, that we can compete with everybody else.
I'm here with senior TJ Avery after a huge victory over the Kamaikan Braves in a thriller. TJ, talk to us about what just happened.
It was all a blur, to be honest. I mean, we went up 21-0 in the first half, came out kind of slow. They put up 21. I just told the guys, man, we got to stay together. We got to get this win. Drove it down the field. We made some big plays. We got our sophomore kicker in there. He made it in. I mean, it's as good as it gets right there.
After the first couple of losses, some people thinking Chiawana having a down year, but you guys have been able to pull off some W's. Talk about the resolve of this team.
Well, we got some guys in the right position. We moved some guys around. Got some kids playing on one side of the ball so they don't run out of gas. To their credit, they're getting better. It's just we're not there yet. Okay, good win for us, but we're not there yet. That's all I can say. They're getting better.
Coach, tell me about your young sophomore kicker, Logan Ellsworth, and the big kick that he made.
Well, he made a big kick. We knew he had to get him close, so we were lucky enough to get down there. I think being a sophomore might have helped him. Just not be nervous. And he made it twice.
Okay, that was our premier game on Friday night. Let's take a look at the rest of the games going on in the MCC.
Kennewick taking on the Richland Bombers at Fran Ridge Stadium. Zach Whitby with some nifty moves in the pocket. He'll find a receiver there wide open for the touchdown. Devin Ramos held to 86 yards rushing, but this will be a 90-yard kickoff return. Devin Ramos, double V, revved up, ready to go, getting Kennewick back into this game, but they would fall to the Richland Bombers 14-29. Then over in Pasco, a record-setting performance by a Mr. Jonah Ho of the Walla Walla Blue Devils. That's right, 433 yards on the ground. He'd rip off a couple of long runs. That one right there, a 90-yarder. This one, 71, jumping through the Pasco Bulldog defense. 5 touchdowns total on the night. This would be the 4th best rushing performance in Washington State football history. Jonah Ho, 5 touchdowns on the night. Walla Walla defeats Pasco by a score of 45-7 on this record-setting night.
All right, so some great games there. When we come back, we'll get into some Big 9 action here on WSN, presented by Fox.
Welcome back to WSN's The Zone on Fox. Manny, Jerry, Big Nine football. Lost a couple of good players this weekend.
Yeah, Ike's Colney Castle, career over at Eisenhower. The SMU commit broke his leg, and he owns essentially all the passing records there at Ike. We hope that he gets better. Also, Davis, Carlos Pierre Vajaro, also with a knee injury. Not sure how bad it is yet.
So with those injury updates, let's take you to the highlights from all those games.
Eastmont traveling up to Davis, taking on the Pirates, and this Eastmont team playing excellent defense, backing that up with the running game. Here we're going to see Carlos Vajaro, though, stand out for the Davis Pirates. Little trickeration definitely happened there, and then Montezuma is going to hit Alex Cifuentes for the touchdown. Good young nucleus for this Pirate team, but Eastmont, one of the best teams this side of the mountains. Look at Hardgrove. He's going to take this swing pass all the way in for the touchdown. A little more ground game, part of his 160 yards, 3-touchdown performance. Eastmont Wildcats with the big victory over Davis. Final score, 35-14. Sunnyside finally getting a close game. Big victory over Moses Lake thanks to Eduardo Salmarone and Ramon Hernandez. And then in Eisenhower, the loss of Castle. Big win, Wenatchee, 34-9.
All right, so with all the flopping around that's been going on in this league and MCC Big Nine, there's got to be some new power rankings.
Yep, there's going to be some new power rankings. Let's have a look at them.
Let's look at the power rankings in the Mid-Columbia Conference. Number 3, the Chiawana Riverhawks, 3-game winning streak. Looks like they're on the rise. Number 2, still the Southridge Suns. Looking for some offense, but that defense just does not slump. And at number 1, the Hanford Falcons. Balanced rushing attack, excellent defense. They're on the move. Now looking at the Big Nine, the power rankings. Number 3, the Moses Lake Chiefs. Also very balanced, passing and rushing. At number 2, the Sunnyside Grizzlies. Boy, just a few points away from a dramatically different season. And number 1, the Eastmont Wildcats. Power rushing game, excellent defense. Number 1.
All right, when we come back, Jerry tries to make his money. We'll see what can go wrong with that, but much more to come on WSN's The Zone on Fox. Welcome back to WSN's The Zone on Fox. Jerry Mercado. It's his spotlighted hour right here. Well, 15 minutes, I would say. Player rankings. You got some new ones. You have to. Have it mixed up? Do the injuries factor it all into it?
Oh, yeah, they have to factor. Kids get injured. We have to have some new names that go in there, some kids making names for themselves. So let's have a look at some of these new names.
The WSN top 10 players list, starting off with the Big Nine over at Sunnyside. Eric Amaro anchors his Sunnyside defense. That's the top-rated team defense in the Big Nine. Can't even believe I'm saying that. It is the truth. Rich Harmon, top receiver in the Big Nine, 47 receptions, 9 touchdowns on the year. Colney Castle banged up, out for the season with that injured leg. Speedy recovery to Colney. Number 7, Joseph Contreras, both way lockdown corner, excellent receiver. Number 6, Brett Moser. Number 3 rated receiver in the Big Nine, top in receptions, 4 touchdowns. At number 5, super athlete Eduardo Salmarone. He's a burner, can stand in the pocket, tough kid for Sunnyside. Number 4, do it all, Carlos Vajaro. Receptions, return specialist supreme. He could play anywhere on the field. At number 3, Justin Simmons. Moses Lake, this kid is having one heck of a year. Can throw it, can run it. Speaking of running it, Darren Hardgrove, the top rusher in the Big Nine, 833 yards on the year, 9 touchdowns, IBS. He's our new number 1, the dual threat, top 10 in receiving, top 10 in rushing. Give this kid the ball and watch him go. Now the Washington Sports Network's top 10 players list. Mid-Columbia edition. Number 10, Joey Zamora, having a heck of a couple of games. Could thread the needle. Big, imposing presence in the pocket. Can stand in and deliver the ball down the field. At number 9, Logan Reardon, helping to pave the way for Jonah Ho. Part of a big, and I mean big, offensive line for the Walla Walla Blue Devils. Logan Reardon, an earth mover there in the trenches. At number 8, Matthew Chalmers, speed rusher off the edge, athletic, quick, fast, excellent tackler in open field. He's at number 8. Number 7, Javon Williams, J-Dub, the Magic Man, one of the leaders in receptions and touchdowns. Also having an excellent year at defensive back, Javon Williams. At number 6, Kevin the Hammer Greger, anchoring the defensive line for the Kamaikan Braves. He's that kid this year that makes a huge impact for Coach Biglin. At number 5, Caden Diaz, top rusher, one of the top rushers in the Mid-Columbia. Caden Diaz, as he goes, so go the Suns. And so far, so good for Mr. Diaz. Number 4, Devin, double V for victory, Ramos. Kind of shut down last week if you consider a 90-yard touchdown return being shut down. Number 3, Joe Douglas, Big Joe D, anchors this Hanford attack on the offense and on the defense. Jalen Devine, one of the best rushers in the Mid-Columbia, 893 yards, 8 touchdowns on the year so far for Jalen. And number 1, how could it not be anybody but Jonah Ho? 1,100 yards, 14 touchdowns on the year. Big-time home run threat. Jonah Ho putting in work in the Mid-Columbia. That's your top 10 for this week.
All right, so now it's time for Jerry's picks. Week 7. You've been, not so much it's you've been struggling, there's just been some great excitement in the league.
There's a lot of parity, Manny. You know, you look at the baseball around here, it's kind of like the same thing. You can't predict who's going to win state in baseball. Typically it comes from this side, but you can never predict who it is. And the beautiful thing that's happened with the MCC is there's been a lot of competitive football. So I'm going to make my picks, and this week I'm not going to miss one game.
This week on Jerry's Picks, Jerry picking the winners in the Big 9 and Mid-Columbia. Starting off with the game that happened tonight, Pasco at Kamaikan. Jerry's pick, Kamaikan. A big showdown. Our webcast of the week, Hanford at Kennewick. Jerry's pick, Hanford. Southbridge at Walla Walla. Jerry likes the Suns. Post Falls, the Idaho Invasion at Richland will take the Bombers. Lake City from Idaho comes into Chiawana, looking to send them home with a loss. Lake City, a tough team out of Idaho, but a resurgent Chiawana Riverhawks. Jerry likes them in the win. Sunnyside at Eastmont, a battle for the top of the Big 9. We're going to take Sunnyside with that great momentum. Eisenhower at Moses Lake, an injured Colney Castle swings the favor to Moses Lake. Wenatchee at Davis, we're going to take the Panthers.
So there you have them, and a very, very bold statement by my trusty sidekick. I wish you the best of luck, buddy. I really do.
Well, the thing is, these things go on Twitter, Facebook, so I'm sure we'll have an opportunity to hear about them.
Absolutely. Hear about where we're going to be tomorrow night, coming up next on WSN's The Zone. All right, so show's wrapping down. You know, we've had a lot of excitement so far. We're coming up on week 7.
Yep.
Tomorrow night. Check the website where we're going to be. Also, pictures, Facebook, everything you could want on
the Blitz.
WashingtonSportsNetwork.com. The Blitz on News Talk 870 KFLD Saturday mornings at 10:30 to 11:30. And now it's time for the
Plays
of
the
week. Handoff going to Devin
Nice cut
Ramos.
there.
Excellent cut, a stiff arm, and he'll stay in bounds and on his feet.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Can go. Ramos
Forget
into
about
the end
it.
zone.
Forget about it. Double V.
Just talking to ourselves.
Handoff being faked, going to Bodie Simpson. Simpson with some lead blockers. Bodie Simpson staying on his feet. He's got one man to beat. Julian is his lead blocker. Bodie Simpson, touchdown, Kennewick Lions. 26-14, 10:55. Let's go to the first three. 67-67. What a